jogavam?
Boa noite. Você poderia descrever seu primeiro gol pelo SanDiego Wave e você acha finalmente bacana?
O que ele falou?
Good try.
The last part, just the last thing.
What did it feel to finally get that goal?
Ok. Basicamente, como você se sentiu?
Me senti muito feliz ali no momento do gol, um sentimento de muita felicidade poder fazer meu primeiro gol com o SanDiego e agradecer a comissão e as minhas companheiras por ter me apoiado sempre.
What do you think are some of the struggles in the offensive side of the team with just struggling to score goals right now?
O que você acha sobre a parte de não estar conseguindo fazer tantos gols agora? Qual que seria o problema que você imagina que é?
Acho que a gente tem que focar mais nos nossos últimos passes, ali nas últimas finalizações. Acho que a gente tem que finalizar mais, mas eu acho que a gente vai focar para os próximos jogos e com certeza a gente vai fazer mais gols.
Since coming in from the summer, what have you learned most about this team and how has your game changed since you joined the league?
Como você se juntou agora no time, o que mudou sobre a sua forma de jogar, se inserindo nesse novo time, nessa nova forma de jogar? Tipo, você chegou agora, certo? Mudou alguma coisa da sua forma de jogar para se encaixar no time? O que você sentiu sobre isso?
Acho que o Jonas sabia como que eu jogava, ele procurou sabendo as minhas características, como eu jogo, então acho que eu não tive que mudar muitas coisas, acho que mais da parte defensiva, encaixar mais no modelo de jogo do time, mas o meu individual em si não mudou muita coisa não.
Within the room?
Yeah, hi. Could you go ahead and just take us through today's match and just kind of those minutes where you kind of walk into another match where it's along the same things that SanDiego has been experiencing, whether it's a lot of goals and chances in front of goal and just some of that sort of play. What do you take away from today's match?
We talked about after the game just putting together a complete performance, both offensively and defensively. So I think that's our goal going into next game. We do have create a bunch of chances and we also have some good times defensively, but just putting it all together to hopefully have a consistent defensive performance throughout the whole game and also finish some chances.
What was the message from Jonas before you came on in the second half?
He said that he trusted me, so that's why I was given my opportunity, but I just needed to stay ready and go and make a difference.
How have you stayed ready throughout this season? You haven't gotten a lot of minutes, but you were really able to perform.
I think the team as a whole just really sticks together, so even if you're not starting, the buy-in at practice is huge and we're just a really collected group, so if someone gets hurt or someone needs someone else, like everyone else is there for them and just is ready.
And can you walk us through that chance in the 74th minute when you were able to get that cross in and there was a couple shots on goal?
Yeah, we've been working on crosses the past few weeks, so whether it was an early cross behind the back line or in front of the line, so when I saw that there was space behind the back line, I knew I should play it, and then we had people in the box, back post, which is what we'd also been working on, and did create a bunch of really close opportunities.
Tony, did you have one?
Jonas, can you again take us through a difficult match where you have a team that's comparable in the standings in NWSL and just how, once again, it's not able to be resolved through the goals toward the second half?
Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a change coming in for this game for us. We have some players absent, both from suspensions and from injuries. So with a quick turnaround, a lot of work to getting the team ready and being prepared. I think all in all, it's an even game. I think both teams have opportunities. Maybe when we look at the game as a whole, we create a few more opportunities than Orlando do. But it is quite even. I think what we see in the way that we play is that we definitely need to play better organized defense than we're doing today. I think both goals and the opportunities that they have outside the goals comes from our organization not being good enough, and we need to learn that, and we need to learn that quick. if we want to pick up points. And then of course I think you coming into the second half, there's some of these opportunities that you wish that we would have scored on, that we create, and at the moment we're not, and that's obviously tough, but there's no other solution than to keep working on that.
I'm curious on what goes behind the decision on choosing a captain for the game. Obviously, you went with Kennedy Wesley. I'm curious what you see in her leadership that made you trust her with the captain armband tonight.
I think you see, obviously, you see a person on the pitch, but you also see her off the pitch. You see her role modeling some behaviors that is really important for us. You see Kennedy as a person, as an athlete. She's the same when she has been playing, when she's not have been playing. She's always there. She always puts the team first, and I think that for me it's one really valuable aspect when we're looking at a captain, to really live and role modeling this team first behavior.
You mentioned the game being even. This was one of the tightest possession games the Wave has played this season. Is that because of the defensive organization, or was there a little bit something missing in offense today?
I don't think it was. I think it was a combination of that. When we were breaking through their pressure, there was quite good opportunities to create goal scoring opportunities quite quickly, so there was no need for us to keep longer spells of the ball. Like once we break through, we came to quite open situations for the final pass. So that's one thing. But then I think from the defending organization that we ended up running a lot because we didn't get that right, and that also led to them having more possession. So I wouldn't change so much about what we did with the ball. That I don't think was the problem. But changing what we did without the ball would definitely have helped us in the game.
What did you think of Jordan Fusco's performance coming on in the second half?
I think it was good. I think Jordan showcased a lot of her abilities. She has some really good attacking qualities. She can face forward. She's strong at dribbling with the ball. She has a really good finish when she cuts inside with her right foot. But today she showed she has a really good early cross with her left foot as well. So shows the attacking weapons that she has. So that was definitely a positive from the game to see her performance.
And that was one of the louder moments of the night, that 74th minute. What did you see on that play? Was that something that you guys have been working on, just making that cross in and putting in a lot of shots there?
Yeah, I think there was a lot of things there that was sort of, if you would call it like an example of our attacking play, how it can look like. We were having the opportunity to play a ball in behind, because our 9 was on the highest line and Kira's really close and getting a first contact over there, but then we were also having good presence on the back post, and we had an arrival in what we call the cutback area. So you could see Hannah was picking the ball up on the back post. She could set Kimmy up, that was in the cutback area. That comes a big chance, but then the organization behind the ball there, you could see how we had pushed up with our defenders, our midfield, so we could take care of the second ball. I think Facer has a shot blocked, and then the ball goes to our other midfielder Kenza, and she forces the goalkeeper to make a save. So that's a good example of how our attacking play can look like. I still think that it should come to more situations than that.
Jonas?
Looking back at tonight, but also a little bit over the past month, what do you think this team is missing?
It's a good question. I think when I see this game here, but I also think a little bit of a trend is to be like in even games, and these games will be decided by moments, of course. And offensively you can have a moment, but defensively you need to have and to control the moments as well. And I know it's been a lot of focus of saying like, oh, we don't need to score, we don't score enough goals, and I think that's fair to say. Like we work hard with that scoring goals, but if we look at the games and saying like, what do we need to win games? The consistency in the way that we play defense, and doing that better as a team, that's the number one thing for us, and we need to improve on that. And it's we're not there in the season where we can expect us to win games if we are not playing really good defense. Like, it's just as simple as that. And that means that the way we play defense, we play it in a very not individual manner. Like, everything needs to sit together. We need to follow each other, and we need to determine our position towards the ball and the teammates, and not so much the opponent, which is very different to how many other teams play defense in this league. So we're playing a much more zonal defense, but that requires that we really move over and we make us team compact in those areas that we are, and we need to improve on that. Simple as that. We need to improve on that.